It's a lovely day in late October in the beautiful Bay Area, and I am out in my garden to harvest a few last summer veggies because it's going to get pretty cold soon, and the temperatures at night are dropping into the mid 40s, early 40s. So I might as well take advantage of this beautiful day and get some of my veggies harvested. Let's go. This here was a fantastic experiment with late season, second succession of tomato harvest. I planted these transplants around about August, and they are absolutely loaded with tomatoes, both these plants. And so I'm going to be harvesting them. I trimmed off the tops because I didn't want it to produce any more fruit. I wanted it to ripen the fruit that was already on it. And I am picking these at first flush. So I don't actually wait for them to get too ripe before I pluck them, because the more energy that goes into the fruit that are already turning ripe, the less energy that is left over for the ones that still need to grow a little bit and ripen. So let's go ahead and harvest some of these blushing tomatoes. This here is a Lemon Boy tomato. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm not sure what this one is. It was planted from a sucker. I think it's a Grand Marshal, but it's a lovely large tomato. Look at that pretty color. Just so many tomatoes that need to ripen up on this plant. And several tomatoes that are blushing on the Queen of the Night. Lovely, lovely salad-sized tomato, and I love the dark color, and the umami taste is just wonderful. Let's harvest these. Quite a decent amount of tomatoes so far. Panning over to my green stalks here, they're looking lovely. My pole bean here is finally producing some flowers. I thought I wouldn't get any beans this year, but now I'm hoping that I just might. Let's harvest some other things in these green stalks. The last Japanese Itachi F1 cucumber. These plants did me so well this year. This cucumber is a wonderful variety. Even though it's gotten a decent size, it looks like it should be tough. It's actually pretty delicious. It hasn't gotten tough on me yet, so I highly recommend the Japanese F1 Itachi cucumber. Here, the acorns, they're falling like rain, literally. I gotta be careful they don't hit me on the head. I've got some lovely basil growing here. Now, I actually like to remove all the leaves and use them, and then I stick this in a glass of water and it roots, and then I plant it up and I get a new basil plant that I can bring indoors and grow on my windowsill all winter long and have fresh basil. So there's a tip for you. I'm going to take you around the back of my green stalk if I can, because I want to show you something. Okay, so this is a view you don't often get, because it's difficult to get behind these green stalks. They are so full of plants. Oh, looky here. I got a couple of strawberries. Let me grab those. Okay, down on the ground here. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. This large cantaloupe. Now, I've been waiting for this thing to ripen. Everyone who has grown cantaloupe before has told me that I've got to wait for it to slip off the vine. But that hasn't been happening. It's been, I think, a couple of months that this heavy cantaloupe has been on the vine. I think it may have even gone rotten by now, but this has served me well to protect it from the rats and squirrels. It looks beautiful. Okay, let's harvest it. It's gotta be ready. It's been a long time. Here we go. This is a heck of a big cantaloupe. This is bigger than we typically get at the grocery store, so I'm very, very pleased with this. This is actually a volunteer. I didn't even plant it in this green stalk. It came out of my compost, so it's a nice reward. It's the only cantaloupe that the entire little plant had, and it's a big one. Now, I know I've got a squash in here somewhere. It was a scallop. I think it was a scallop squash that was a summer squash that I just forgot about, and I think it's become a winter squash, so let's dig in and find it. There it is. So I'm gonna harvest this. The skin has become nice and hard, and that's the sign of a winter squash, is you can't make a dent on the skin. It's really, really hard. Now this one I'm really proud of because I hand pollinated this one, so I feel like a proud mommy. This also, the skin has become nice and hard, so it will store well. I can use this for some of my fall decoration, huh? Harvest basket coming along nicely so far. Let's grab some Egyptian walking onions. I've got them growing all over my garden, but since they're right here, let's get them. Now I like to go all the way to the base and harvest them from the bottom because that's when they grow nice, fresh, new growth. Look at that. Now this will grow back in just a couple of weeks. I've got plenty of others all over the garden as well. My longevity spinach has gotten really long. No, that's not where it gets its name from. It gets its name because it's supposed to be so good for you that it helps with longevity. But this thing's been reaching for the light. And while I was down there, I also saw a couple of beans in late October. That's literally a couple of beans. I've got these adorable little fairy tale eggplants. I'm going to let them grow for a couple of days more. Let's go to the other side and harvest some eggplants over there. I saw some lovely ripe Bishop's Hat peppers here, or Mad Hatter. Bishop's Hat? Mad Hatter? Not sure what they're called. Anyway, let's grab these. These are sweet peppers and they will substitute for bell peppers in a pinch, and highly, highly productive, extremely pretty, and super delicious. Can't go wrong. Couldn't resist some pineapple sage. So pretty at this time of the year and so delicious in teas. I'm actually going to put some in a bouquet. Look at that red color. So gorgeous. Nice saffron. I've got so many blooms today. One solitary okra. Just going to leave it. I didn't have a good okra season this year. But look at all those leeks. These are all volunteer plants. And some volunteer potatoes as well. That sounds like a soup in itself. This here is sorrel. It produces a citrusy kind of leaf that is absolutely delicious in smoothies. And this is also one of those things that I planted just once and it comes back every single year and gets bigger and bigger. And a lovely Black Beauty eggplant here. Some more eggplant over here as well. I think I saw a nice big one here somewhere. Hopefully the rats haven't got it. Oh, look at that. A little bit past its prime, but that's okay. I've eaten this variety and I don't remember which one it is after it was mature, and it still tasted good. And I've got some white ones as well here. Ooh. Got a few more. So pretty, huh? Enough eggplants. Today's the day, folks. I get to harvest my Kachari melon, my one and only Kachari melon. And it smells amazing. I know it's ripe. Just hope it's not overripe. That's got to be the prettiest cantaloupe melon I've ever seen. Okay, enough harvesting. I think that's quite a lot. This is really heavy, and I think the conclusion here is I need a new harvest basket. Aren't the holidays coming up? Tip to my husband. Okay, let me go show off to my mother-in-law now. All right, this is my mother-in-law, and I'm going to show off all that I have got. Oh, motor thayo? Ringana. So I hope you're enjoying the harvest videos, the garden tours, and all the tips and tricks that I share. Do give this video a thumbs up if you want to appreciate my work. Thank you so much.